Sedimentary rock layers are stacked one atop another. In this observation of Danielson crater, an impact crater north of Meridiani Planum. The rocks were formed millions or billions of years ago when loose sediments settled into the crater one layer at a time and were later cemented in place. Cyclical variations in the sediment properties made some layers more resistant to erosion than others. After eons, these tougher layers protrude outward like stair steps. Across these steps, the winds have scattered sand, giving rise to the zebra stripe-like patterns. Very few impact craters are observed on these layered sediments. Remarkably few small craters can be seen at this high-rise resolution. Only a pair of 750-meter diameter craters on the northeast floor of Danielson hint that these deposits could be quite ancient. Similar deposits elsewhere in this region have been estimated to date from the early Hesperian period, around 3.7 billion years ago. But why are small craters absent from sediments that are billions of years old here in Danielson? Most surfaces gradually accumulate craters over time, so we can count craters to estimate the ages of various geologic formations. However, the same erosion that exposes the layers may also act to erase surface features, such as small craters. If erosion outpaces the rate of cratering, then an ancient deposit can appear young and crater-free. Erosion might be enhanced here by the sandblasting from the dunes, also trapped within Danielson crater. Sunrises and sunsets on Mars appear remarkably different from Earth's, characterized by a distinctive blue glow. Unlike Earth's warm, red sunsets, the dust-filled atmosphere of Mars makes Martian sunsets appear bluish to human observers watching from the red planet. The fine dust in the thin Martian atmosphere scatters the red light away, and cool blue light penetrates more efficiently than other colors with longer wavelengths. When the blue light scatters off the dust, it stays closer to the direction of the sun than light of other colors does, creating a blue halo around the sun as it sets or rises. The rest of the sky is yellow to orange, as yellow and red light scatter all over the sky instead of being absorbed or staying close to the sun. Dust in the upper atmosphere can also reflect sunlight for up to 2 hours after sunset, resulting in longer twilight compared to Earth. Lastly, because Mars is roughly 1.5 times farther from the sun than Earth, the sun appears smaller, only about 2/3 the size compared to Earth's. During its latest mission on Mars, Curiosity rover has identified more organic compounds on Mars, which has raised even more questions about whether the red planet ever harbored life or not. The rover has discovered 5 of the 7 diverse organic compounds in a rock that formed in a dried lakebed near the planet's equator, which had never previously been identified on Mars. This discovery has also hinted at the presence of another organic compound that bears a structure similar to precursors to DNA, the molecule that carries genetic information in living organisms on our planet. Organic compounds, molecules primarily composed of carbon atoms bonded to other elements, form the structural basis of all life on Earth. The total identified on Mars is now in the dozens. It should be noted, however, that all these compounds could have formed through non-biological processes as well. Like Earth and the other planets, Mars formed roughly 4.5 billion years ago. Early in its history, Mars was warmer and wetter than the cold and dry place it is today. Researchers have estimated that the rocks sampled by the rover, which is a sediment laid down by flowing water, dated to at least 3.5 billion years ago. While it is too early to definitively say that Mars did harbor life, the findings further support the evidence that Mars was a habitable world around the time that life on Earth originated. Definitively identifying evidence of past life currently would require bringing rock samples back to Earth for testing. Curiosity landed in the Gale crater, which was formed by an ancient impact on the Martian surface in 2012. It conducted the experiment now being described in 2020 in a region of the crater called Glen Torridon, where an abundance of clay minerals shows water was once present. If microbial life ever arose on Mars, bodies of water would have been a likely habitat. Clay minerals can preserve organic molecules better than other minerals, making them a good target for finding such compounds. During the mission, the rover had drilled into the bedrock, and the powdered rock sample were then dropped into a small cup that contained a chemical that breaks down complex organic matter into smaller pieces that could be detected by the rover's sample analysis at Mars instrument. The study later confirmed that larger and more complex organic matter, called macromolecular carbon, is present and preserved in the near surface of Mars bedrock, despite the planet's harsh radiation conditions. The experiment also yielded smaller organic molecules from that breakdown process that have not been seen on Mars before. The NASA rovers have been at the forefront of understanding Martian habitability and discovering organics. Although it's hard to tell if this organic matter came from geologic processes, infall from meteorites, or life, studies suggest that if complex organic matter from life were preserved on Mars, they could be detected with current and upcoming rover instruments. Understanding both the spatial and temporal distribution of hydrated or water-bearing minerals on Mars is essential for deciphering the aqueous history of the planet. Over 300 meters of layered beds are exposed in this trough of Noctis labyrinthus, at the western edge of Valles Marineris. The beds are mixtures of light and dark tone materials and include units that contain hydrated minerals like sulfates and clays. Mapping these minerals and their stratigraphic relationships indicates numerous hydrologic and depositional events in localized environments spread over time. The diversity of materials within the trough implies active hydrologic processes and changing chemical conditions, perhaps due to influxes of groundwater from nearby Tharsis volcanism. The Tharsis volcanoes are a massive concentration of shield volcanoes on Mars, located on a 5,000-mile wide, 5-mile high, volcanic plateau near the equator. The region features the largest volcanoes in the solar system, including the three main Tharsis Montes, Ascreus, Pavones, and Arsia Mons, and the nearby Olympus Mons. These volcanoes are up to 100 times larger than those on Earth.